You want to be good at it, whatever you do? He said, shut up and listen.
The richest man in the world at the time, Sam Walton's words are echoed throughout this interview with Sam's right-hand man, engineer and manager of one of Walmart's flagship locations. Whether peering over the pages of the Financial Times with his plane on autopilot, or speaking to who he said was the most important employee, the person that cleaned the bathrooms, Sam Walton, founder of the Walmart enterprise, always had wise words to share with those around him, it seems. We're about to hear one of the world's most remarkable men's advice on business and on life. In this conversation, we hear stories from throughout the inception and growth of the world's biggest retailer, secondhand, from the words of Sam Walton's close colleague and friend.
My name's Lee Roseberry. I'm an engineer now, but I worked for Walmart for 27 years as a store manager. Worked my first 10 years with Sam damn near every day. Learned a lot from him. I learned, probably my father was the only person I've ever learned more from than I did Sam. Stuff that is not Walmart oriented, it's world oriented. Stuff you use every day. And it's one of those things that if you were a sponge, he was there to teach you if you wanted to absorb it. And you would think the richest man in the world didn't have time to talk to one person, but he had time to talk to any person. If they wanted to talk, he could talk. And but his talking wasn't how's the weather today. He was teaching you something when he talked to you.
Every time, huh?
Every time.
Well, teach me something. If you learned one thing from Sam about running a business, what's the one thing that he taught you about running the business?
Take care of the bottom line.
Yeah.
Which means take care of the customer. They're the one giving you the money, and make sure that your employees were doing the same and were trained enough that they had the ability to do it without calling somebody.
Awesome. And if you learned one thing from Sam about how to be a man at that level, how to reach that pinnacle, what did he do in his life? What did he teach you about his way of living that you could pass on to me and others?
That's the one thing I could say is he treated everybody the way he wanted to be treated, which was 100% human. I never seen him talk down to anybody. From a 3-year-old kid to a 70-year-old man, I've never seen him talk down.
And through our whole conversation, that's been the theme. That's it. Everything else will work itself out if you can work with people.
You can learn stuff from a book or from somebody else, but you can't learn how to deal with people unless you deal with them. Before you start.
Right. And that's when you're running like a well-oiled machine. Again, like a human body, like my brain doesn't have to tell my lungs to breathe. They're on the same team. They do their own thing. I don't have to think about it. I'm breathing all day long, not even thinking about it.
It's automatic.
And that's how Sam Walton ran his business. And that's how he grew, like a body grows, like a family grows. You can only grow if you're on autopilot. Everyone's doing their own thing. Wow, that's so cool. What's the one thing, if you could take away anything from what you learned from Sam, what would it be? Like, what's the main thing that stuck with you, the biggest thing, most impactful thing?
That impacted me was the way he handled
People.
And he handled people not all the same.
Not all the
And it took me a long time to figure out, as a manager, you've got one person, say you, that isn't in their way. Maybe they're not stocking as much as they could. And I can take you to the back room and tell you, face to face, me and you, I'm going to kick your ass. If you're going to get busy, you're capable of doing more than you're doing.
Yeah.
I can take another person, and if I did the same thing, they would do absolutely nothing the rest of the day.
Right.
It would kill them.
Right.
You know, you had to take that person and go, hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Will you, like, try to pick up a little bit? You know, we gotta get that stuff on the shelf.
Everybody's
And
different.
they were motivated, and man, they went after it.
And he knew the individuals to the point where he knew how to talk to them.
He could talk to them, he could see it. That's what I said about people skills. He could look at somebody and know how to talk to them before he ever said a word to them.
Whoa. Yeah.
You know? I mean, and it's, some people say, oh, that's awful. Did you say this guy's a farmer and he works hard, but I can tell by looking at him. No, it's not. You know? You don't talk to a dead young farmer that's out there raising cattle or milking cattle about the stock market.
Right.
You know,
Right.
He'd care less.
Right.
You know, he's not engaged in the conversation. But if you go, hey, we ain't had a rain in a long time, how's your grass growing for the cows? Man, he's opened up and off we go.
Of course.
You know? And
Of course.
that was something he did. And the same with, you know, you go up to a family, you talk to the kids first.
Yeah.
And for him, kids weren't scared. But I tell you something, I use that for, because I'm a little scary kid. Just my outward discriminator.
You and me both, brother.
You know? And I would see a mom struggling with two kids in the checkout line, trying to get stuff in, and yanking them over, trying to keep them from getting the candy, the gum.
Yeah.
And I'd walk up to them and go, hey, how you doing? And they go right behind mom and stand dead still.
Ah, use
And
it to your advantage.
And I had mom go, thank you.
Brilliant. Whatever it is, you can use it to your advantage.
You have to assess the situation or what
Yeah.
you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So, you know, but, you know, there's exceptions to everything. When we had the 10-foot rule, we didn't, you go in the super center on Saturday afternoon, if you look at and make eye contact with every customer and go, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You're going to be going, hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing?
Right.
Hi, and it's not sincere at all. So
Like they got now, they got the greeters now.
Yeah.
They make fun of it in a movie. They say, welcome to Costco, I love you. Welcome to Costco, I love you.
I tell you, a company that I use that's even more funny to me, and they're going gangbusters, and that's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I swear.
Chick-fil-A.
I swear that they get a new employee and they put them in a blank room,
Yeah.
in the middle room in a chair, and 5 other employees walk around them for 3 hours going, my place, my place, my place, until that's all they say.
They train that into them.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know, you go, well, thank you. Thank you for the ketchup I asked for. My place.
Every time.
Every single time.
And McDonald's is a ghost town nowadays. I don't even know if Burger King's still in business. And Chick-fil-A's got a line around the block.
Yeah. Down here on Martin Luther, which is right by the college. If you drive it, you live here and you drive it,
Yeah.
at lunch and at dinner time, you get left in there. Because they're all the way around the building and out in the road.
Yeah.
For people to make the right turn to go in there, but they can't do this. Lines to
That's the franchise there is right now.
But I don't
that's-
understand, you know, and I'm a business studier for my own sake, not for
Clearly.
just for my own sake. Because again, Sam Walton told me one time, he said, Lee, if you don't learn something every day, you're not doing it. And he said 60% of the time, you're going to learn how not to do something. 40% you're going to learn. And if you're only looking for stuff to better yourself, then you're not looking close.
Yeah. That's the way everything changes when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
All my past failures turned from failures and struggles into learning experiences. Just like that, with a mindset change.
Yeah.
And Sam knew it.
Yeah, you know, I laugh at myself now because I've been in the public so much now, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just
I know, man.
But it's stuff like the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, when we used to have Black Friday.
Sure.
Breaking up two grown men fighting over the last verse. Fist fighting over the last verse. You know, I understand you want your kids to have the best thing in the world, but damn it, you're a grown human. You know? Do rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, don't be fighting over it. People are just, it's different now, and I call it the me syndrome. When I started in the
I love that. What do you call it?
The me syndrome.
The me syndrome.
Yeah. And now, everything people, not every person of course, but majority, everything they do is for themselves, even if they're helping somebody. You know, let's just say for
I'm glad you added that, yeah.
over to help a lady change a flat tire, which you don't hardly ever see anymore, because everybody has a cell phone.
Sure, yeah.
You know, you don't have that thought pattern of they're stuck there and they can't do it.
Right, yeah.
You know, they're going to have to walk.
That's something the younger generation can't really perceive because.
But people do that, hoping one of their buddies see them doing it.
Yeah.
Boy, that's nice, man. You're a real gentleman.
Right.
It was automatic when I was 20.
Yeah, and they do it, but they do it and they film it for their Instagram and hashtag I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if it wasn't that way, life was. And that's what got me so much and felt so fortunate of working where I worked from the time I was 18 till 45.
When did you first meet Sam?
3 days after I started.
3 days after you started?
Go to the store and walk the store.
Really?
I was scared to death. But I tell you a thing, same store, I come back to it 5 years after that. I was there for a year. I've worked at every store.
Yeah.
And Missouri. But they, one morning, new store manager, he wasn't a new store manager, but he was new to Northwest Arkansas. So he wasn't used to seeing the CEO or, you know, and he's going to a district meeting up here in Midville or Fayetteville somewhere. That was our district. We were in Solomon Springs, which is 30 miles that direction. And he's walking with me. I was his co-manager telling me, you know, what he felt like needed to get done that day. And we're standing up front, and I got my back to the door. And this is when we closed at 9 o'clock. There's not now.
There's not now, yeah, they stopped that. I'll try and get some trunks to jump in this pool, and I was out of luck last week.
But I seen you look, and I heard somebody rattling the door. And he looked, he said, that ain't a damn blazer come flying across the parking lot. About a 79 blazer flying across the parking lot, pulled up the door. He said, probably some damn farmer wants to check in his deer. Because it was in the fall, deer season, and we were checking station. And I kept hearing doors rattling, I didn't turn around. And he was still trying to tell me, trying to ignore this person. And after about 3 doors, I turned around and there was Sam. He was going to Oklahoma bird hunting.
Yeah.
Wearing his camouflage.
No.
His coat was ripped, and you know, you could see the dogs jumping around in the blazer. And he had no 79 blazer to go bird hunting.
It was him.
With 2 front seats, and it was him.
It was him.
And I just automatically turned around and went and unlocked the door and opened it for him.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, Lee, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good, Sam. How about you?" He said, "I'm going bird hunting." He said, I just said I stopped. I hadn't been in here in a long time. See what the store looks like. I'm running ahead of schedule, which is unusual. And the store manager was down. He just was drunk. And finally, Sam walked over to me and said, "The store manager, we had 800 stores. You know, you expect the CEO to know his name." But he did. He was just that way. He knew when he stopped somewhere, he knew everything about the store, what you made profit last month, and what your bad expenses were, and what you controlled, and that's just the way it was. And he'd walk the store, pull out a Panasonic recorder out of his pocket, and you know, we had a new shirt or something on the rack. I remember vividly. He clicked that recorder and said, "Give it to the buyer when I'm back on Monday. This shit needs to be returned fast. I don't want it in my store." And then click it off, take it back to his pocket, go right back to talking to you, you know. That store manager about shit this thing. But he wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
We were used to it. I mean, when I was co-manager of Bentonville for 3.5 years,
That's a flagship store, huh?
Still, well, it's not the first store. Most people think it is, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Rogers was the first store. It wasn't a 5 and 9. And Washington, Missouri was the first supercenter. I said it. And we said it to scanning.
No way.
Up scanning 30%. We thought that was good.
You built quite a legacy.
Now if they go below 98.9, something's wrong. But back then, not all companies put barcodes on their products.
Right.
They just,
Right.
you know, it's like, I guess 10 years ago, we tried radio dials in Dallas, all the stores around Dallas.
Yeah.
Radio dials, instead of barcodes.
Like RFID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can take the shopping cart,
Yeah.
push another button, and bring everything up there.
Amazon's doing that now.
Yeah, and our problem was, you can get vendors to go online 10 years ago.
Right.
They didn't see the benefits of the cost, but you could set down a computer and inventory that store, reconcile it every day.
No way. Because of the technology.
Everything where it was.
Wow. Oh, even location and everything because of RFID.
Yeah, you know, you buy meat in 20 minutes. Or somebody decided.
Right, yeah.
Joke, you know,
Yeah.
you saw everything.
Yeah.
You know, where
I see it all the time. I'll see some health bars next in the candy aisle where they made that decision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this tastes like shit.
Yeah, they dropped the granolas for the Twix. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just wasn't cost efficient. You know, efficient for us.
Yeah.
To have radio on it.
Do you think it's in the future?
I think it is.
Economies of scale. We make more of those RFIDs.
Well, we barcoded 65% of our stuff in the store.
In-store barcoded.
Because
Before they did it, yeah.
You know, and then companies there were companies, I wish I could remember the guy's name who first started it, but he started a business of packaging. And put the barcode himself.
Yeah.
And then he would ship it to that company.
To that company.
And he
You do it, yeah.
He did it for bagels for different companies.
Good business.
He did it for Hostess Bread. He made all their bread sweets.
For Hostess.
Hostess.
Wow.
He ain't doing it anymore. Probably sitting on the beach in the Bahamas laughing at everybody's going to work. But
He's out of business too, though, because everyone does it themselves.
no, they still don't.
They still don't.
These little small companies,
Yeah.
they can afford to have a barcode machine.
Huh.
Make their own packaging and print it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's variable data printing, stuff like that. You can't always do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Just buy the machinery.
Sure.
Would take all their profit.
My business does that a lot too. We, people can't do it, so when we do their packaging, we
outsource.
we gotta do it.
They realize that a new business was outsourced. That's what he did. You know, and he printed cardboard, non-cardboard, plastic, whatever. That's like in a few years, realize, look when you buy stuff and look at the barcode. When you find clear packaging, like spray packaging, you'll have a white backing on the barcode.
Yeah.
When they first started, they just put the barcode on. Wouldn't pick it up. The machine wouldn't pick it up. It couldn't recognize it.
It might look good shipping, but it only matters if it worked good in practice.
But it didn't work.
If it didn't work, then
They had dark black lines on it, but
yeah.
it would see through the package
Yeah.
and it wouldn't read it properly. So they started putting backers on it.
So Sam, he had his hand in every part of the business. He had it everywhere.
Yeah, we took a pretty big hit when we went to American. And that was part of his philosophy. He wanted to help the American public, as I told you earlier. That was his background. When he grew so fast and so big, if he could get somebody, I know a guy that I talked to, I don't know, 30 years. He went to Bentonville and fixed the first gas can. That's what he does. He makes gas cans. In fact, it has the stupid thing I throw away as soon as I buy a new gas can.
I'm trying to get it off mine myself.
But it was a government regulated thing, and this man bought those gas cans. In fact, in the store. And unfortunately, them go always say anybody ship something, either buyer or anybody else, to buy. You know, any store that had it, just to see how it was done. And in a matter of 6 months, he went from one little factory to 7 large factories, just so he could keep other things together.
Wow. You want something done right, do it yourself. Man, he was Sam Walton's full of lessons, huh?
And you know, he financed the guy. He
did.
Him building the warehouse.
Yeah. Take it out.
He made a solid product at a fair price so that he could turn around and do the customer the same benefit. And that's why the Buy American program went away. American companies didn't want to sell it for the price. They could get it overseas.
Right.
And he
Now, what percentage is coming out of China?
It's astronomical now, just like anything else. I order parts. 90% of the parts I order, whether it's HVAC parts or whatever, for this building, comes from China. And the reason they can sell it so cheap is the labor cost.
Right.
You know, the American public doesn't,
Yeah.
well, I'll be unemployed. I'm not going to
Right,
pay
yeah.
that price. You know.
Yeah, I see it everywhere. So the main thing about building this business, you said Sam taught you about people, about how to deal with people.
How to make the person feel. He used to say, when you're talking to somebody, you're talking to them.
Yeah.
They
Focus
feel,
on them.
They feel it. They know that nobody else in the world matters when you're talking to you. Now, it might be short-lived.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't know them. And I will tell you, I was a Lowe's manager, worked on for 10 years after I left Walmart.
Okay.
And I had, we get Saturday afternoon, we keep busy. And the managers in the Lowe's store, they take money from the front to the lumber register, and, they do that. And I was exactly what I was doing. I was taking change to the lumber register. I got 36 inch legs, I was moving. And this lady grabbed me by the arm and turned me around. And she didn't mean to, but she just wanted to stop me.
Yeah.
We all carry doorbells. And I said, yes. And I started walking away. And she looked at me. I said, you asked me if we carry doorbells. I didn't. You didn't ask me where they were. And her husband was dying behind her laughing. But it put him at ease. And I took her to the doorbells and I showed them and answered any questions they had for them. That couple were joking.
They were what?
They were joking. They were always throwing planks. Then it was 6 months later. This lady comes in and she was a prim and proper. She knew nothing about electricity or anything like that. That wasn't important to her. And she come in and his name was Robert. Her name was Joan. And she come in, like always. I talked to them every time they come in. They were remodeling the house. And I said, hey, Joan, God, I'm glad I found you. He sent me in here to get a tool. I don't have a freaking clue what he's talking about. I said, okay. I said, I'll know. Tell me what he told you. And she said, he says he wants number 3, left-handed Phillips. And I looked at her. I had to have like a kid look on my face, but I composed myself. And I'm like, come on. And I went over and got a number 3 Phillips screwdriver, handed it to her, and she said, I'd have never found it. Now this is left-handed, is it not?
Left-handed?
Yes, ma'am. That's the left-handed one.
I bet you found it right next to the headlight fluid.
Yeah. But the next, it wasn't 30 minutes, I get a phone call. All I do is I go, hello, this week, can I help you? You are no fun whatsoever. And I said, your husband.
Yeah.
You know, I said, well, you probably got 10 number 3 Phillips screwdrivers, don't you? And he said, yeah. I said, you got a new one.
That's a good one, man. You know, Lee, I came out here for a little business and a little pleasure. And the business side of it was I wanted to explore this area. Because it's the fastest growing city in the country still. Because of Walmart, there's corporate interest coming everywhere flocking. I'm kind of in tech, and I know of all these tech companies in here, so I'm doing a little business. But the reason I came out here was to kind of engulf myself in this growing corporate culture. And you just gave it to me, man. You're talking to you is the exact reason I came out here. It's Lee, right?
Yeah.
It's Drew Paul. It's such a pleasure, man. That's exactly the reason I came out here.
Yeah, I get in trouble. Or I don't get in trouble because I'm corporate. I have 10 locations. So all over. I'm fixing to go to Memphis and have to stay for 3 months.
Oh, wow.
We get back up and going at 61 out of 194 rooms that aren't rentable.
Oh, no way.
And trees growing on the roof. On top of the roof. On the house.
Really?
I've never seen that.
Well, I heard a lot of things about Memphis. Memphis is getting rough all around. That's where that's kind of where I'm out of. Memphis is just a few hours from my summer home. So that's where I fly out of.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was told by some of our folks because I've been to Memphis. I had to have a company make bus parts for it about 2 years ago because the main bus parts.
Yeah.
Like powers the whole place.
Yeah.
Their company is 35 years old. The company that had the original bus part is no longer in business. I had to have somebody either change the whole thing out or have somebody custom make bus parts.
So what'd you do?
I had them
Custom made. You want a job done right, do it yourself.
It was about a third of the price of labor and everything that comes out to me. My owner, he really wants to get rid of that property. He's moving this way. I've got that number for I break around on corner of Glendale and sometime in August to break it on the Dixon Street, which is where the college is on.
Yeah.
We're building Moxie down on Dixon Street, and the Marriott, and we'll build the hill. High-end football bars and everything else.
Oh, wow.
Glendale. We've got the Flat Daddy. Why are you laughing? Ain't a high-end nothing. Because I grew up outside on the Oklahoma.
Oh, cool.
And so I know all these guys. We nicknamed Springdale Chicken. Spice is there, George is there, Simmons is there. Every chicken company you can dream of that you go to the store and buy is out of that town.
Yeah.
And so, but, you know, I will tell you, if you want to get anywhere fast, don't do it at 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
Going north, and don't do it between 3 and
Fastest
5:30.
growing city in the country.
They dump all the warehouses,
Yeah.
all the home office on the real estate. So it's bumper, 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Big girl, so
Luckily, I don't wake up that early, so I'm all good. Man, it sounds like you took a lot from those interactions with Sam Walton.
yeah.
And that's even after you left Walmart, you take it through your career, huh?
Yeah, I use it every day. I use it here, and I'm an engineer. I could go hide in the room and fix it and never talk to him.
Right, yeah.
If I wanted to.
I'm the same way.
But and there's days that I do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's even with 30,000 people a day.
Yeah.
Customers
That many, huh?
trying to root me. You know?
Yeah, when you put it that way, that's heavy duty.
And I've watched people change.
And Sam taught you how to deal with that. He taught you how to deal with that stress.
Yeah. It's like people.
What made him so incredible?
I don't know.
The list? Tell me about, what do you know about his list? He woke up every morning.
He's making a living. know, I got so into it that I had a Wi-Fi cord in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Things I need to do that I wouldn't normally remember.
Yeah.
While I was taking a shower. I
Yeah.
remember something and I go write it down on that Wi-Fi.
That's a
cord.
winner's mentality right there, Lee.
You know, but like I said, I've never seen him not carrying a legal pad.
Legal pad and then a recorder, and he woke up every day and he wrote a list every day.
What he needed to do.
What he needed to do every day. And he visualized it and he did it and he checked it off. And he put them in order.
Yeah, he put them in order, most important on the job.
And if he didn't finish
that
his
would
list,
mean when you take the list, a lot of times I've taken the list, read it, and go, wait a minute, what was I thinking? This should be up here.
yeah.
You know, moving around where the priorities were.
And sometimes scratch it out.
Yeah, and sometimes it would fix itself
That's
with
true.
everything else.
Yeah.
So, you know, that one you just, oh, well, I got that one, I didn't know I was working on it.
And you visualize it and you make it happen that day. That's what you do.
You know, there's one thing that I've never been able to figure out, and I wish I could set it down right now and act.
What's that?
That has bugged me my whole life. Every good manager has a team of associates. Depending on how big you are, if it's 3, if it's 5, or it's 10, that you always
That you always
go to.
that you always go
Give
to.
them that note.
Your go-to guys.
Because you didn't worry about it after you did it.
Right.
But when you think about it, you're always thinking of those people.
Yeah. That's right. 'Cause you depend on them.
Some of them was like, why do I always have to do it, you know? And then some of them took it as a positive, and they were like, all right, I got everything you asked me yesterday, but you can't keep them busy all day. Those kind of employees is what you want. You know, they're got that game of these people going, okay, you can't keep me busy. I can get it done.
Yeah.
And they would.
That's the guys you want on your team.
knew that if they couldn't do it, they didn't go try to do it. They didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Because every person, every person in the world, I don't care if it's India or where it is, there's 2 kinds of people in the whole world. There's can't do and won't do. Can't do are not trained. They don't know how to do it. It's like going and grabbing a 10-year-old and telling them to wire a 240 box in.
Right.
It's not that they wouldn't do it if they knew how.
Can't do it.
They don't know how. That's the can't do. The won't do is the ones with the bad attitude. And they know how to do it. They just don't want to. I didn't keep want to in my
Right.
employees. I got rid of
The
them.
second one you can't.
You just can't keep them.
The first one you can teach anyone to do anything
Yeah, you can keep
if they got a good attitude.
you know, and 90.
And that's the one you wanna work with.
People you want to learn.
That's right.
You know?
Absolutely.
And you know, they you used to tell me somebody screws up, don't crucify them. Talk to them about it. You're gonna find out they're a can't do. But they tried to do it without bothering you.
Right.
And once you train them,
And that's
they
from
never-
Sam.
They never forgot it.
And that's Sam's philosophy. Wow. And Sam hired, he was happy to hire can't do's, but he wouldn't hire won't do's.
Well, you know, and people can buffalo.
Buffalo, you, what's that mean?
That means they can interview and you think they're the best thing in the world.
That's right, yeah.
They can give their go-go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But if you're hiring somebody for a particular position that has to have knowledge, you can find that out by taking time.
Right.
And I've probably done 20,000 interviews in my life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, one superintendent that I had 741 employees. We lost 25 people. We retired 25 people. That
Wow.
wasn't unusual.
Wow.
And we were under the percentage because we wanted us to turnover.
That's my
But
whole company history every week, man.
But we found out that it was your fault. You quit something. You sent somebody else to bed.
Yeah.
They weren't capable of doing it.
Right.
And in the very beginning, when I first 2 years I worked with them, we were opening 75, up to 100, up to 125, up to 200 stores a year. Our management base that we knew Walmart wasn't big enough to support that. And I can tell you, I opened a store in Mexico, we had 2,500 and we had a town, Ranch, Mexico. It's 95% Spanish. The entire store manager, French store manager, that is not Spanish. He was whiter than your shirt. They wouldn't even let him run a house in town.
Right.
Okay? That's setting somebody up to fail.
Yeah.
I don't care what his knowledge base was. He was a good store manager.
Right, yeah.
He lasted 2 weeks and quit.
Couldn't do it. Man, I'm learning so much from you.
They didn't let him quit. They went ahead and moved him somewhere else. But when I went to Mexico to build the store, I looked at demographics, and I'm not a city person. That's why I headed back on to Memphis. I'm not a city person. If I can't walk out the front door at midnight and go down and get a Coke at one stop without carrying a gun,
Yeah.
I don't belong there.
Yeah.
You
You should come see me in New York sometime.
Yeah. I go, I'd be happy to go out and jump on a horse and ride it to the one stop. That's where I grew up, and that's where I've always been.
Real cowboy right here.
And in New Mexico, I looked at the store I was doing, and it was in farming country. They did dairies there, and I had buddies that I went to school in kindergarten that are third generation dairymen here in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And to them, 200 cows a day, milking in the morning and night, that's a huge dairy.
Yeah.
But every one of them get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, milk those 200 eggs, and they go do a job. They're sheetrock finishers, carpenters, and then they get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they come milk cows again.
Oh, man.
And when I got there, one of them called me and said, "What's it like?" I said, "Well, we got dairies here." "They got dairies there? You told me last time I thought you couldn't grow shit there." I said, "You're right. It's good sand, going to the sand." I said, "But they keep their cows cleaned up in the corn like a feed box. They feed them every day."
Yeah.
And I can make any profit doing that. Whereas here in the summertime, dairy guys don't feed but a gallon a day when they're milking the cow.
Okay.
Stand still.
Yeah.
But there, they do silage, everything else to do with that. And he said, "Boy, they big dairies?" I said, "Yeah, they're big. What's their milk? 300 eggs?" More. 400? No, you ain't even in the ballpark. They milk 3,000 and 4,000 cows.
Wow. Every one of them
Oh,
getting
man.
feed.
This is from India.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Lee, can I help you?
It's nothing but a pleasure, man. It's so good talking with you, man.
I appreciate
Thanks so
it.
much
I
for your
enjoyed
time.
it.
I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah.